Good evening, happy Saturday. I am Akool, astrological author, analyst, researcher, teacher, and philosopher. Today I shall discuss on a very interesting topic. The title of the topic is Billionaire Yoga. Billionaire Yoga. Astrology Yoga for Wealth Explained. We sacrifice the major portion of our lives in earning wealth through socially acceptable professions. Some also indulge in earning wealth through unfair means. In the highly materialistic Kaliyuga, the status of a human being is measured by his wealth and not by his goodness. While the big philosophical talks are mere useless theoretical statements to fool and emotionally blackmail the have-nots like us in Kali Yuga, wealth remains the practical essence of life. Students learn to earn. Parents give education to their children to earn wealth. In the highly materialistic Kali Yuga, wealth is the main yardstick of power. Wealth has great buying power. Rich businessmen and capitalists fund the political parties in elections and in turn influence political parties and the political parties in power to frame laws and policies in their respective favor. So, the importance of wealth yoga. So, the importance of wealth yoga is supreme in the horoscopes in the highly materialistic Kali Yuga. The second and the 11th houses and their lords are the Dhan Karakas in a horoscope, and when they combine with the lords of the Lakshmi Sthanas, the 5th and the 9th houses, lords of the 5th and 9th houses provide wealth depending on their strength. Additionally, Venus is the second lord and Saturn is the 11th lord of the Kalpurish Kundli, natural zodiac. When combined with the lords of the Lakshmi Sthanas, the 5th, the Sun, and 9th, Jupiter houses, means 5th and 9th houses, I have told their lords. The Sun is the 5th lord of the Kalpurush Kundli and Jupiter is the 9th lord of Kalpurush Kundli. Provide wealth depending on their strength. Who says that the Sun cannot give wealth? It invariably gives wealth. It invariably gives wealth and status both when combined with Saturn or Venus. looks unusual but true. I will show the same on the horoscope of Mukesh Ambani, which, which is his correct astrology horoscope. I have taken the correct astrology horoscope of Mukesh Ambani. The Well Yoga will be formed out of any of the following combinations. Please listen carefully. Second and fifth lord when combined. Second and the fifth lord when combined, Well Yoga is formed. When second and the ninth lord combine, Well Yoga is formed. When 11th and the fifth lord combine, Well Yoga is formed. When 11th and ninth lord combine, Well Yoga is formed. Well Yoga is formed. The sun and second lord when combined, Well Yoga is formed. The sun is the fifth lord of Kalpurush Kundli, so sun is a triny lord, and second lord and sun is a triny lord beside the lord of the Lakshmi Sthana in the Kalpurush Kundli, and second lord. When combined, they form Wealth Yoga. The sun plus 11th lord when combined form Wealth Yoga. Jupiter and second lord when combined form Wealth Yoga. Jupiter and 11th lord when combined form Wealth Yoga. Venus and fifth lord when combined form Wealth Yoga. Venus and the ninth lord when combined form Wealth Yoga. Saturn and fifth lord when combined form Wealth Yoga. Saturn and ninth lord when combined form Wealth Yoga. The Venus, the sun and Venus when combined form Wealth Yoga. The sun and Saturn when combined form Wealth Yoga, because sun is the fifth lord of Lakshmi Sthana in the Kalpurush Kundli, and Saturn is the 11th lord of gains in the Kalpurush Kundli. Jupiter and Venus when combined form Wealth Yoga. Jupiter and Saturn when combined form Wealth Yoga. Wealth Yoga means Dhan Yoga. Total 16 various combinations. The more combinations found in a horoscope, the greater the prospect of getting wealth from multiple sources. The combination may form due to mutual conjunctions or mutual aspects. Horoscope of Sri Mukesh Ambani, Chairman, Reliance Group of Industries, who has a net worth of 10,200 crores USD in 2025. It is his horoscope in front of us. I will explain. First I will narrate and then I will explain. I will explain whatever I would be narrating on the horoscope also. There are multiple Dhan Yogas in his horoscope involving the most powerful 1-7 axis. First, Saturn is the natal 5th lord and the Sun is the natal 11th lord, which is a super strong combination of well yoga because both are exalted and are in mutual aspects. In a Tula Lagna horoscope, it is Tula Lagna. In a Tula Lagna horoscope, Saturn is the 5th lord and Sun is the 11th lord. Secondly, the Sun is the 5th lord of the Kalpurush Kundli and Saturn is the 11th lord of the Kalpurush Kundli and both are exalted. Thirdly, the exalted Sun is the 5th lord of the Kalpurush Kundli and Venus is the 2nd lord of the Kalpurush Kundli and both are in the same sign, Aries. Venus is strong, being with an exalted Sun. Fourthly, the mutual combination of the Moon, a Kendra Lord, means it is the 10th Lord, with the Trikuna 5th Lord, Saturn, is a Raj Yoga of professional status. The 10th Lord, Moon, is strong, being with the exalted Saturn. When a planet is with an exalted planet, it becomes strong. Is the astrological sutra. He is a very powerful person and who doesn't know? Mukesh Ambani ji. He is a very powerful person and who doesn't know Mukesh Ambani ji? I will now going to explain whatever I narrated on the horoscope. See, it is a Tula Lagna horoscope and his date of birth is 19/4/1954. It is the correct date of birth, astrological date of birth. Please do not dispute on this correct date of birth because all the renowned astrologers use this as the date of birth. And time of birth is 1913. Dhan Mukesh Ambani. It is his horoscope is of Tula Lagna. I shall explain and show the relevant houses. See, from Tula Lagna, Saturn is a trine lord, a lord of the Lakshmi Sthana, a lord of the Lakshmi Sthana. Sun is the 11th lord, the Karaka lord of gains. Mars is the 2nd lord of wealth and Mercury is the 9th lord of the Lakshmi Sthana. When a Lakshmi Sthana lord is combined with the 2nd, when any of the Lakshmi Sthana lord of the 5th and 9th houses, when combined with second and the 11th lord, they form Dhan Yoga. It is very simple. It is known to everybody, but they don't know how to apply. when Trini lords are always lord of the Lakshmi Sthana, including the Lagna lord. And second house is the house of wealth, and 11th house is the house of gains. When any of the second or 11th lord combine with the Lakshmi Sthana lord through association or mutual aspects, they form Dhan Yoga. But the strength will differ. Strength from horoscope to horoscope will differ. Now come back to the in analyzing the horoscope of Mukesh Ambani ji, who has a net worth of 10,200 crores USD in 2025. Saturn is the fifth lord, is in mutual aspect with Sun, who is the 11th lord. Sun is also exalted, so 11th house is very strong along with the 5th house. Isn't it? Again, from the angle of Kalpurush Kundli, Saturn is the 11th lord. Kalpurush Kundli's Lagna is in Aries, so Saturn is the 11th lord and Sun is the 5th lord. So the 11th lord of gain combines with the so the 11th lord of gain combines with the 5th lord of Lakshmi Sthana through mutual aspects. When Saturn and Sun are in mutual aspect, they invariably form Dhan Yoga, the yoga for wealth. Many astrologers doesn't know. Venus is the second lord of the Kalpurush Kundli, and Sun is the 5th lord of the Kalpurush Kundli. When Sun and Venus together or in mutual aspect, they form Dhan Yoga. It is a very strong Dhan Yoga between Sun and Venus, because Venus is with the Sun, who is in his sign of exaltation. Then Moon. Who is Moon? Moon is the 10th lord and is a Kendra lord. It is with Saturn. What is he? He is the 5th lord. When a Kendra lord with a Trikona lord, 5th house, Trikona lord are always the 5th and 9th lord and Lagna lord also to some extent. When a Kendra lord combine with a Trikona lord, they form Dhan Yoga. Dhan Yoga. So, who doesn't know Mukesh Ambani? He is a man of status. Everybody, every Indians, even people abroad, know him for his wealth and as a famous industrialist. The yogas I have mainly explained in his horoscope. There are 4 pair of Dhan Yoga, including one Raj Yoga. 3 yoga exclusively for Dhan means wealth, and 1 yoga exclusively for status means Raj Yoga. Raj Yoga also gives wealth, because unless you have wealth, you will not get status, as I have explained in the opening paragraph. Now, another main question about the future of his wealth. How to examine the future of your wealth, whether these are secured or unsecured. How to examine? I will show. Future of his wealth. But I am sorry to predict that the future of his wealth is not secured due to the placement of two natural malefics, Mars and Rahu, aspected by another natural malefic, Saturn, in his third house, the Bhavat Bhavam house, the Bhavat Bhavam house of the second house of wealth. Similarly, there is a malefic Ketu, aspected by malefic Mars in his ninth house, which is the Bhavat Bhavam house of the 11th house of gains, indicating that there is likely to be a dent in his gains in future. Bhavat Bhavam house shows the future of a house from which it is the Bhavat Bhavam house. Let us go back to his horoscope and see the second, from Libra Lagna, the second house is Scorpio. Second house is Scorpio. And from second house, the second house is the third house. Second, 1, third, 2. Means it is the Bhavat Bhavam house of the second house of wealth. Means the future of your wealth. Third house is the future of your wealth. See the condition. Mars and Rahu, both are natural malefics, are in the third house, means the Bhavat Bhavam house means the future of his wealth. And Saturn also, by his third aspect, Saturn, a retrograde Saturn, by his third aspect, has been aspecting the third house, which is the Bhavat Bhavam house, future of the wealth of these native. See how this is afflicted. So the future of his wealth may not be secured. May not be secured. It is my prediction. The future of his wealth may not be secured, is my prediction. Now, go to the 11th house. From Tula Lagna, the 11th house is Leo. And what is the Bhavat Bhavam house of Leo? It is always the 11th house. If you count in direct order, the 9th house will be the Bhavat Bhavam house of the 11th house. It will be the 11th from the 11th. Likewise, third house is the second to the second house. Start counting. 11th house, first house, 1, 2, 3, 4, look at my cursor, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is the 11th. 11th from 11th. Which is that house? It is the 9th house. Who is occupying it? It is occupied by Ketu. And who is aspected it? It is being aspected by Mars, another natural malefic planet. And Ketu is a frustrated malefic planet as far as gains and wealth are concerned. So, the gains, I'm sorry, I'm regretful actually to predict that the future of his gain is also not secured. Future of his gain is also not secured. As well as the future of his wealth is also not secured. Almighty God may help him, is my prayer from the core of my heart. Next horoscope we will be discussing about the horoscope of Mr. Bill Gates. Before that, I want to narrate one more paragraph. When anything rises exponentially, it also falls suddenly. When there is a V-shaped rise, it also falls suddenly. If the mighty British and Mughal empires can fall in India, everything that has risen may also fall. That has risen may also fall. Time and astrology matter. I am not going to predict the time because it will not be wise for me to predict the time in a public forum. See, the future office, it is the horoscope of respected Sri Mukesh Ambani. The next horoscope I shall be taking of Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, who has a net worth of 10,570 crores USD in 2025. It is his horoscope. It is in front of all of you, all of us. With his horoscope is with Gemini Lagna. Gemini Lagna. I will first narrate and then show everything on the horoscope. He has several Dhan Yogas in his horoscope. Otherwise, how he can be so wealthy? 10,500 crores net worth. 10,500 crores USD net worth, not INR. It is USD. 1 USD, I think, nowadays makes 80 rupees, if I am not mistaken. I don't know, I am just estimating. It will be around 80. Firstly, Mercury, the Lagna Lord, who is also a triennial Lord. Lagna Lord is a triennial Lord as well as Kendra Lord. So he is a triennial Lord also. The Lord of the Lakshmi Sthana, representing Lakshmi Sthana, is with Mars, the 11th Lord of Gain, indicating the generation of immense wealth, since Mercury is exalted and Mars is with an exalted Mercury, getting strength from Mercury as the 11th Lord of Gain. Whenever a planet is with an exalted planet, it absorbs the strength of that planet and it becomes very strong. Otherwise, how he can be so rich? Rich, I think he is in the top list of the richest people in the world. His name is in the top 10 persons, richest persons in the world. If I am not mistaken, I have not consulted any data. Secondly, exalted Mercury, the triennial Lord of Lakshmi Sthana, and the Moon, the second Lord of Wealth, is in mutual aspects, indicating immense wealth. Thirdly, Venus, the fifth Lord of Lakshmi Sthana, in our Mool Trikona sign Libra, is with an exalted Saturn, the ninth Lord of Lakshmi Sthana, which is a Dhan Yoga for immense wealth. Fourthly, Venus, The second lord of wealth of the Kalpurush Kundli is with the Sun, the triennial lord of the Kalpurush Kundli, forming Dhan Yoga. Whenever there is a combination between Sun and Venus, please remember it is a Dhan Yoga. Whenever there is a combination between Sun and Saturn, please remember it is a natural Dhan Yoga, because Kalpurush Kundli is the master horoscope. Kalpurush Kundli means natural horoscope. It is the master horoscope. And it has that much of power to overpower the individual horoscope. Fifthly, Saturn, the 11th lord of gains of the Kalpurush Kundli, is with the Sun, the triennial 5th lord of the Kalpurush Kundli, forming Dhan Yoga. What I told, you get scared by seeing the combination of Saturn and Sun when they are together in a house or they are in mutual aspects. People normally get very scared. It is not so. It is not so. I assure it is not so. It will generate wealth for you. Otherwise, you would have been drawn in water. How he is so wealthy person? Sun and Saturn are together in his horoscope, in the horoscope of Mr. Bill Gates, and he is one of the richest persons in the world. Sun and Saturn are together. Why too afraid? Why too scared? By seeing Sun and Saturn are together, everything has gone. Nothing has gone. Wealth will come. The combination between Sun and Saturn is a wealth-giving yoga. Combination of Venus and Sun is an wealth-giving yoga. Sixthly, all three Lakshmi Sthana lords are strong and powerful. Mercury, the Lagna lord, and Saturn, the 9th lord, are exalted, while Venus, the 5th lord, is in her Mool Trikona sign, Libra. The Lakshmi Sthana lords of the horoscope are very strong. Besides, the 2nd lord of wealth and the 11th lord of income are involved in Dhan Yogas. I'll now demonstrate whatever I have narrated up till now about Mr. Bill Gates on his horoscope. Start with Mercury. Mercury is a triennial lord because his Lagna is Gemini. So Lagna lord is a triennial lord and he is exalted. Mercury is in Virgo and he is exalted. And who is Mars? Mars is the 11th lord, for 11th lord of income and gains, for Gemini ascendant. Both are together. It is a Dhan Yoga. Mercury is exalted and Mars is deriving power from exalted Lagna lord, who is a lord of Lakshmi Sthana. Mercury is the lord of Lakshmi Sthana. Besides, his natural Karakatava is also of wealth giving. He is a planet of trade and commerce, Mercury. And Mars is a technical planet. So he is in the domain of computer, means Microsoft, computer software. They are also perhaps making hardware. Computer hardware, I am not aware of it. You may check. Now come back to Saturn. Who is Saturn? Saturn is the 9th lord, the lord of the Lakshmi Sthana. The lord of the Lakshmi Sthana. For Gemini ascendant, Saturn is the 9th lord and is the lord of the Lakshmi Sthana. With whom? With Venus, who is also the 5th lord in her own sign, and Saturn is exalted. The remaining two planets, Sun and Venus, are getting power from exalted Saturn. See, Sun and Saturn together. He is a great person. Why are you scared when you see Sun and Saturn are together in your horoscope? There is no reason to be afraid of. It will give you wealth. See, Sun and Saturn, I have perhaps explained, both Trikuna Lord, Lakshmi Sthana Lord are together. Both Lakshmi Sthana Lord, fifth Lord of Lakshmi Sthana, and Saturn is the ninth Lord of Lakshmi Sthana, and Venus is the fifth Lord of Lakshmi Sthana. They are together, while Saturn is exalted and Venus is in her own Mool Trikona sign Libra. From the angle of Kalpurush Kundli, Sun is the fifth Lord, Aries is the Lagna in the Kalpurush Kundli, and if you count, you will reach to Leo, which will be the fifth house, and Leo is governed by the Sun, and Sun is the fifth Lord, and Saturn is the 11th Lord of the Kalpurush Kundli. A Dhankaraka Saturn, he is a Dhankaraka, and Sun and Saturn are together. Lakshmi Sthana Lord and Income Sthana Lord are together. Now see, Venus, what is Venus in the Kalpurush Kundli? It is the second Lord of wealth. Venus is the second Lord of wealth in the Kalpurush Kundli. For his Taurus Lordship, it is in her Mool Trikona sign. Venus is in her Mool Trikona sign with Sun. Who is Sun? The fifth Lord. The second Lord with fifth Lord. When Sun and Venus combines, they give immense wealth. When Sun and Saturn combines, they give immense wealth. See how many Dhan Yoga in his horoscope. One from the angle of his Lagna, the others are from the angle of the Kalpurush Kundli, with Aries as the Lagna. Two planets are exalted. One planet in our Mool Trikona sign, and the debilitation of Saturn is cancelled, being with its debilitation Lord Venus, and with Saturn, an exalted planet. So the debilitation of Sun is cancelled, and it is not Raj Yoga but a Dhan Yoga. Nij Bhanga Dhan Yoga. You can say Nij Bhanga Dhan Yoga. You have heard about Nij Bhanga Raj Yoga, but you have never heard and nobody told you about the Nij Bhanga Dhan Yoga. It is a Nij Bhanga Dhan Yoga, I say, and own the responsibility of saying so. I think I have elaborated whatever I have narrated. Future of his wealth. The main question, you have wealth today, but what will happen tomorrow? We have seen in the horoscope of Mr. Mukesh Ambani that the future of his wealth is not secured. Let us see what is the future of the wealth. Future of his wealth means future of the wealth of Bill Gates. The third house, which is the Bhavat Bhavam house of the second house of wealth, is occupied by the Dhan Karaka and the frustrated natural benefic Jupiter, indicating that the future of his wealth is secured. The ninth house, which is the Bhavat Bhavam house of the 11th house of gains and income is also aspected by the Dhan Karaka and the frustrated natural benefic Jupiter, indicating that the future of his gains and wealth is also secured and will increase leaps and bounds. The future of the Microsoft, as long as Bill Gates are there on board of, as long as Bill Gates is on board of the Microsoft, the future of the Microsoft is prosperous, will remain prosperous. After him, I don't know, because I am analyzing his horoscope only. It is the horoscope of Bill Gates. I am coming back. How to analyze the future of your wealth. I have already explained. The same parameter I will be applying in assessing the future of wealth of Mr. Bill Gates also, without any deviation. I don't know any of them. I don't know either Mr. Bill Gates or Mr. Mukesh Ambani ji. I know only their horoscope. See, it is the first house. The first house is Gemini, second house is Cancer, and the third house is Leo. Third house is the Bhavat Bhavam house of that second house of wealth. Count. First, make the second house as first house. It will be the third house will be the second house. It is the Bhavat Bhavam house of his wealth. Who is occupying it? It is occupied by Jupiter, the natural Dhan Karaka. It is without any malefic intervention. No natural malefic planet has been aspecting the third house. So the future of his third house, future of his wealth is very much secured. Go to the 11th house. It is the 11th house is Aries from Gemini Lagna. 11th house is Aries from Gemini Lagna. Counting in direct order in South style horoscope, we will be reaching to Aquarius as the Bhavat Bhavam house of the 11th house of income, gains. Start counting. I will show. Look at my cursor, please. First, it is the 11th house. Start count from 11th house. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. Ninth house is the 11th house from the 11th house. And is the Bhavat Bhavam house, means future of the 11th house. Is there any malefic? No malefic. Is there any aspect of malefic planet? No aspect. Who is aspecting is Jupiter, the Dhan Karako, and the fast rated natural benefic has been aspecting it. So the future of his wealth is very much secured. The future of the gain is very much secured. It is under the influence of the Dhan Karaka and the high rated and the fast rated natural benefic planet Jupiter. So the future of Microsoft is secured until Bill Gates are there in the Microsoft. Is the main thing. After him, I don't know. I cannot say because I am analyzing his horoscope, only the horoscope of Bill Gates. I don't have the horoscope of Microsoft company. So as long as he is there, Mr. Bill Gates, the Microsoft company, the future of Microsoft company, wealth-wise, is secured. Is my prediction. Now let me draw conclusion, because I have already explained everything elaborately. I tried to exhaustively demonstrate the ways to analyze the astrological yoga for wealth by synchronizing the Lakshmi Sthana lords with the well-giving lords. These are the second and 11th lord in a logical and scientific way. I have also shown how to assess the future of your wealth through Bhavat Bhavam Paddhati. I hope that the viewers will be immensely benefited from this valuable astrological presentation. All my astrological presentations are very valuable. I am Akool, astrological author, analyst, researcher, astrological teacher, and philosopher. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Wish you all the best.